Welcome back, Rush Media Day. Thanks for being here. We got the Ogden Tigers, Coach Terry Larson joining us, his second year as the head coach of the program. He's been there about a decade. Coach, I'll just start by asking for kind of a state of the union of the program on, Monday of a game week, and maybe a highlight of this year's off season for you guys.
Yeah, the boys have been working really hard over the summer. We had a really good padded camp this year. We competed with, a lot of the teams that we're going to be playing this year, Clearfield, Westfield, Bonneville. So I'm really excited about this group of kids, and they have great work ethic. And, going into week one here against Bear River, we're just kind of planning and getting these boys ready to go. So it's an exciting time of year.
You guys went to the quarterfinals last year, Coach. What's something that you liked about how the team played, performed last year, and maybe something that you think this group this year might even be able to exceed in performance?
Well, one thing last year is our kids always played hard. I was super proud of them, week in and week out. Doesn't matter who we're playing, whether it's a Morgan or whoever at Grantsville. Our kids are tough, and teams know after they play us that Ogden has a bunch of dogs on their team. So yeah, we play hard all the time. We're just lucky that and fortunate that we get to play this great game, and these kids get to play football on Friday nights and they fly around. So I'm really hoping that this team learned from the team last year and we keep that up.
Awesome. I was going to ask you a little bit about your offensive coordinator, Coach. If you could just tell us his name and a little bit about his philosophy and personality as a coach.
Yeah, Brogan Paul is his name. I've been working with him for the whole 10 years that I've been here. He was offensive line coach for 7 or 8 of those years, and this is his second year as offensive coordinator. Really learning, he played for Coach Thompson and has a really good understanding of the offense and what he wants to do. So he likes to run the ball, like every team does.
Sure.
And but he's really matured over the last couple of years and learning the passing concepts, and he's done a really great job for me.
And then if you'll just tell us the same thing, Coach, about your defense and the style you like to play.
Yeah, I kind of found the sweet spot with a 3-4 defense. Being at Ogden, we don't have the luxury of as many big guys, so having an odd front. Plus, I think the odd front throws teams off. It's a little bit tougher to block, a little less traditional. So I kind of found the sweet spot between the 3-4 and a 4-2-5. So I plan on being fairly balanced between the two sets and being multiple out of the defense.
Okay, excellent. And then I'll just quickly kind of ask you about some of your position groups this year, Coach. Let's start with the trenches and maybe the offensive line as far as just kind of an overview of that group this year.
Yeah, so we lost a lot of seniors last year. 4 out of our 5 offensive linemen graduated. So we have the leadership of one of our captains, Ryan Kirkland, who's going to be playing both sides of the ball at offensive tackle and defensive end. So he's really stepped up and he's calling out different fronts and getting everybody on the same page. So we have a lot of inexperience there, but I'll tell you, man, these guys are hungry to play. A lot of kids are wanting to prove themselves on Friday night. So I'm really excited to see what we get out of them.
And then running backs, I know Anderson Curry's back, who made some plays. I remember doing a feature on him a month or two ago. If you could just tell us about what runners will be getting carries this year for you.
Yeah, Anderson Curry will be one of our main backs. He'll be a senior and really is a great runner, has great field of vision. Um, a couple others, Riker Rice made kind of a splash in that first round of the playoffs last year when Curry went out with a concussion. So he stepped up and had a great game, um, as well as Koss Crowther. And we have a sophomore who's really talented, Carter Herrick. So our backfield, there's a lot of promise in our backfield, a bunch of tough kids. So we plan on, feeding the rock to those guys so they can't breathe.
Okay. Awesome. And then the receiving core coach, guys coming back and how they looked in the offseason and 7-on-7s and stuff like that.
Yeah, our skill players are really talented, great class. One switch that we did make was move Emmett Rector to our starting quarterback and move Blake Weston to receiver to go along with our team MVP Jack Thompson. And Nash Buckwalt is our tight end who had 9 touchdowns last year. So we have a lot of guys that weapons on the outside everywhere you look. So that'll be a great thing for Emmett to rely on.
Okay, cool. And what's an attribute of Emmett's that you admire as how he plays, coach, or kind of a style of play, maybe?
Yeah, I mean he's a pocket passer. The kids love the way he spins the ball. He gets it to him. He throws them open. He makes really good reads. He's smart. So that's another thing we're really excited to see what Emmett can do with all the weapons around him this year.
Okay, cool. And then you got to get to practice, but I'll ask you about the defense as well. Let's start with a defensive secondary coach. Maybe names of a couple kids who you expect to be making plays for you back there this year.
Yeah, in the secondary, Jack Thompson will kind of be a mix between corner and safety. I think he led 3A last year in pass deflections, and I think putting him at safety a little bit will only open things up for him to read the quarterback and pick some balls off and make plays for us back there. All new. Other than Jack, we really have an all new secondary, so I'm interested to see how these guys play. At safety, there's some competition there with Julian Ramos, Julius Salgado, and Carter Herrick kind of all battling for the two safety spots. And a young corner, Eli Gashlum, is penciled in right now as the other starting corner. So again, yeah, we're just eager to get started and see what these guys can do.
Okay, excellent. And then I'll just ask you about the linebacker core as well, coach.
Linebackers, senior Max McGinnis at middle backer is very vocal, communicates. He's a tough kid, along with Blake Weston, Anderson Curry, Koss Crowther. We have a long list of tough linebackers that love football and love playing downhill. So again, yeah, excited for these guys. Excited for the opportunity this Friday night to kind of display what we can do.
Okay, excellent. Bear River first, then Bonneville, at Westfield, at Clearfield, at Emory before the region opener at home against Logan. Thank you so much, Coach, for your time. Hopefully, we can get you on again after a big win this year. Go Tigers, and good luck this year.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, we got linebacker Max McGinnis joining us now. What's up, Max? Good to have you, buddy. What's been
Good
a
to be here.
highlight of your off season this year? Getting ready for Bear River game one.
I don't know. I think it's been fun just getting back into the groove of things, getting to see all my old friends from school, getting back in the weight room. And it's been a fun summer. Yeah, like it doesn't even seem like we've been conditioning because we've just been having so much fun the whole time. So
Oh,
it's
that's a
been
good
fun.
thing. Um, who's a guy you don't want to see coming down the barrel at you on this year's roster, in like a hitting drill or an Oklahoma drill? Who else hits a little bit on this group?
Anderson Curry gets pretty low when he hits. So he's not a guy you want to go against. Or Blake Weston. They both get pretty low.
Okay, nice. Um, how do you like the defense that you guys run? Can you give us some insight on a little bit of what you like about Coach Larson's scheme defensively?
I really like the versatility in the defense. I like that I don't know, you can run pretty much whatever out of it. And I like that he sends us and blitzes us. And it's also the stunts that he runs are pretty fun and it gets you wide open for pressure on the quarterback and getting some sacks. So I really like what he's doing with our defense.
How has your kind of journey in football at Ogden evolved over time? I mean, the strides that this program has made recently have been pretty remarkable. Going to
Yeah.
the playoffs, winning playoff games. It had been a long time since that had been the case, and now it's kind of an expectation, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think Larson's done really good for our team. He's kind of changed the culture. He's tried to shift our mentality from just beating up on ourselves to like just find a way no matter what. And I think he's doing a great job with that. And I think um, he's like said that to all the coaches, and they're starting to get on track with that as well. So I think it's just a really good environment for all of us.
Okay, excellent. And then I forgot to ask Coach about the defensive line. Can you maybe name a couple of players that'll be making plays for you on the D line this year?
We've got Ryan Kirkland, returning starter. He's pretty good. He's a real long, tall, strong defensive end. And then we've got Ethan Wardell, and he's pretty fast off the line. And he's pretty versatile. And he's one of those guys where he looks too little to be on the line, but he'll blow you up. And then we've got I don't know. We've got a bunch of great noses. We've got Nico Rascone. He transferred from Roy. He's pretty good. Soren Munoz. He's a big kid. He's good for us. And then yeah, I mean I think any of our guys on our line could start right now. It's just a matter of who wants it the most. But they've all got the skill.
Okay, awesome. All right, we bring in Emmett Rector, the starting quarterback for the Tigers this year. Emmett, let's go back to I don't know, 7-on-sevens, team camp, something like that. Can you walk us through one of your favorite highlights this year, connecting with a receiver, a big throw and a big moment, a fun play that comes to mind from the last couple months getting ready?
I really liked when we were up at Wasatch doing their sevens tournament, and we matched up against Grantsville first round of like I think some single elimination, and they're in our region, so they're normally like really good, and
Yeah,
we were playing them, and we were kicking their butt a little bit, punched them in the mouth, so that was pretty fun. I mean,
awesome.
they've always been beating us, so it was fun to like give it back, I guess. So yeah.
Excellent. What's an aspect of your game as a quarterback you've really been focusing on getting the chance to be the starter heading into this season? Is there something in particular you've been really working on to improve?
Honestly, just being on time with my throws and connecting with the receivers on the routes, making the right reads, stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then coach gave us some of these names, but I'm wondering about your perspective on some of the playmakers this year that you'll be throwing to. Who are some of the guys you think will be getting the most targets this year for the Tigers?
Definitely our wide receiver one, Jack Thompson. He'll be the look for sure. And then we have our wide receiver two, Blake Weston. Yeah. Blake
Okay.
Weston. He's really big, and I think he'll be good in like goal line situations. So yeah, and then of course our tight end Nash Buck will also be there too. So yeah.
Okay, cool. And then I guess just your excitement for game one against Bear River, tough opponent. It can be a fun opportunity for you guys. Give us a little bit on your opinion about that week one matchup.
I mean, yeah, it'll be good. Um, we've been really preparing for it. I mean, of course, but yeah, I'm excited. First game as a starter, so it'll be fun.
Okay, man. Good luck, buddy. We'll be rooting for you all year. Emmett Rector, everybody, quarterback at Ogden High, joining us here on the Rush. Thanks, man.
All right, you're welcome.
All right,
So
now we got Nash Buckwald, stud tight end for the Ogden Tigers, joining us, getting ready for week one against Bear River. I asked everybody the same question, Nash, but what's been the highlight of your off season this year?
It's probably like how it is every year, just coming in every morning, competing with all my boys, just grinding. So it's been fun. It's been really fun.
What's your kind of journey been as a varsity football player at Ogden, and kind of as expectations continue to grow with this program? You've been a big part of the success over the last few years.
As a sophomore, me and my buddies Jack and Blake, and then a couple others, like we all started and like we kind of just worked our way up. So it's been pretty cool just seeing all of us kind of like work our way up. And now like it's pretty crazy. We're seniors now. It went by really quick, but I think all of us are ready to kind of shock a lot of people this year.
Awesome. And how are things going? New starting quarterback this year. We just talked to him. Emmett, can you kind of describe your connection development over the last few months, and kind of maybe something that he does well that you appreciate in a quarterback?
I've known Emmett for a really long time. I played basketball with him like and since fourth grade and up. I really like the way he can put the ball like in any area. Makes it a very easy catchable ball for every receiver. So that's pretty cool about him.
Okay, excellent. Who's the hardest guy to out squat in the weight room on this roster?
Um, Anderson Curry for sure.
Oh, nice. Okay. That figures. Okay, cool. Okay, man. And then just give me your excitement for Bear River and yeah, week one just a few days away, right? Friday night.
Yeah, I'm so excited, so excited. I think our team's ready. I think we've prepared. I think that we have everything down, and then we have a couple more days of practice to really get ready and play them on Friday night. So I'm really excited.
Okay, go get him, buddy. Thanks for your time, Nash.
Sir, thank you so much.